Hi, good morning, everyone. My name is Joe Norcus. I'm one of the detective sergeants from Port St. Lucie Police Department. So we're going to talk a little bit about what happened on Sunday morning with a 3-year-old in our community. I'd like to update on a couple of things. So Crime Stoppers is involved, and they are offering cash reward for an arrest involving this incident. Our local special agent reached out to us from the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms and Explosives, and the ATF is offering a $5,000 reward as well for the arrest and conviction involving this incident. So I know we've talked a lot about the black BMW. So we sent it out, forensically analyzed. We've been watching the video, so this is what we're sure of. It's going to be a dark-colored sedan, and it has a front fender on the driver's side. It's going to have a blinking turn signal. That's something that we usually see definitely in European cars, not so much American cars. So I know I put out information about the BMW, but let's not get so focused on that. So we're definitely looking for a dark-colored sedan that's going to have that blinker in the front fender. So that's where we are at the moment. What I'd like to do is bring up the girl's mom. She wanted an opportunity to talk and express some things. She's here today. So if you're ready.
I know there's somebody out there that knows something. And I just want you to come forward. Everybody's kids are out there tonight celebrating Halloween and trick-or-treating. And my daughter's laying in a hospital bed in an induced coma. And she wanted to be Ariel and walk around and celebrate it too. Whoever knows anything, please come forward. My baby didn't deserve this. Can you do that?
So this is the young girl now, down in the hospital. Mom sent me these photos last night. Do you want to go by her name or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
First.
Her name is Presley. Okay, and this is how she is at the moment. So also in the car at the time was her 7-year-old brother, Braden. So as you can see, he's got the hospital tag on. So the family is, especially Braden, very upset because of what happened with his little sister.
Can you mind spelling your name, Mom?
She, at this time, Mom does not, she does not feel comfortable giving out her name at this time. This is something that we discussed.
The name of the young...
Oh, the name of, Presley. Would you mind spelling Presley?
Preslie.
And how old is... Or, excuse me, and you feel comfortable giving Presley's last name?
No.
And they're her brother?
Okay. And how do you spell Braden's name?
Braeden.
Okay. And Braden is 7. Okay.
How old are you?
32.
All right. Our chief wanted to say a couple of words as well. Is there anything else you wanted to add right now? Okay. All right.
Good morning. So at the very core of the existence of Port St. Lucie is two things. One, this is a safe community to raise your children in. And two, random acts of violence are unacceptable in this community. One thing I've always counted on since I've been the chief of police is the cooperation of the community. Like the mother said, somebody out there knows something. Somebody knows enough information to help us solve this. So I'm calling on the community to do what's right and do what is PSL and get a hold of the police department and share what you know about this case. Thank you.
Did anybody have any questions for me?
Have you got any leads or tips?
We have gotten many tips, and all of those are leads, so those are being followed up on.
Anything substantial?
I'm going to not discuss that right now.
Can you just go ahead and give us kind of what exactly happened that night between the two vehicles?
So, well, we know that in the area of Prima Vista and Floresta Boulevard, we had what I described as a road rage type incident. We had something very innocuous escalated, and we have cars continued southbound on Floresta, and at some point turning left onto Bywood. And I think I've released all the best quality videos that we have released. And you know, and on that street, we ended up having two vehicles end up coming in contact with each other. We have a gunshot that went into the truck, and we know how that ended here. I mean, we've talked about their mom is here, and we've seen you know, how Presley is today. We submitted that to a company that we contract with for forensic analysis of video. And I talked before that their best guess they felt comfortable with was with that BMW that I have been talking about all week. But you know, what I would like to do is let's just focus on what we definitely know in the videos that you've seen. We definitely have that driver's side blinker, that turn indicator in the front fender. And we're going to have some damage, perhaps minor, on the passenger side of the vehicle that we're looking for.
Why do you think it's road rage? What led up to that is making you guys saying that?
Well, as I mentioned before, there's no indications right now. We don't believe that there was any type of a festering or prior relationship involving our victim, certainly a 3-year-old or their family that was out that night. And we know that things escalated, and it's hard. This is, you know, we have this impulsive thing that happened, and people, they're driving a car, they have that kind of that anonymous factor, you can't see me inside, and people do things like that. They think they're working under this cloud of darkness, under this shadow, and you know, they go down chasing a car, following cars, and we saw how that happened and how that ended.
Is that what happened? Was one car chasing another, or what? Did one car cut another one off to make it think like this is a road rage incident? Like, what exactly led up to the incident that escalated?
Right. There is some information that I am purposely holding back for investigative reasons, but but as I described, you know, we do have cars going down Floresta. We have the car that Presley and Braden were in turned onto Bywood, and a few moments after that, now we have the vehicle that we're working for, that sedan, also turning in there. So that suggests that we're following here.
What is your message to the person responsible?
The people that were involved with that did not wake up that day thinking we would be here now showing a picture of this child. And we heard how Mom described it. So I want to hear what their side of the story is. Our detectives would like to talk with that person. There's 2 sides, 3 sides to every story. We know that. We all know that. I believe this person knows what has happened. You all have covered it very well for us and been very active in asking for updates on the child. And I passed that on to Mom and the family, and that has given her some support and some relief that people care. I believe if you have knowledge of this incident or are involved with this incident, in the long run, you should come in and talk with us. We want to hear what your side of the events are. We want to hear what your version of the events are. And it will not get better for you to continue with this on your heart.
Sergeant, do we know, was there more than one person in the suspect car or just one?
I'm not going to answer that right now.
Do we know where Presley was sitting in the vehicle?
The children were in the back seat of the vehicle.
And are we saying still that there are only 2 vehicles that were involved in this case, or were there more?
I'm not going to talk about that right now.
I'm unfamiliar with the blinker that you're talking. Can you tell me where that would be situated and just describe that a little bit?
Sure.
to me?
Where it would be located, I guess, would be limited to the imagination of the motor vehicle engineers.
Okay, no, I don't know.
Sure. If you were to look at a car, you look at the driver's side of a car, and you look at the front portion of it. That's, historically we call the fender area. So, and by watching the video over and over again, we know that we have a blinking light that goes on at the same time as the rear blinker light turns on, and they're blinking in sequence. So that's the light that I'm referring to. It's going to be on that, in the metal area that's around the front tire on the driver's side of the car.
And is Presley's condition still the same as your last update?
Correct. As you heard, we know Presley went under surgery. She arrived at the hospital and she was in critical condition. After the surgery, she was labeled as in stable condition. So that makes me feel good. I'm not a surgeon, but she was injured, and as you guys saw the picture of her, and Mom mentioned that she is in a medically induced coma. So, the physicians are doing that for a reason. So at some point, the doctors will make a decision. Do they want to withdraw that? Do they want to, wake Presley back up? So I think time will tell as to where Presley's going. Time will tell.
So would it be fair to characterize it as being she's an upgrade, like upgraded from critical to stable? I mean, that's kind of what it.
It's hour by hour.
Okay.
One last question, and we're going to wrap. Anybody?
We asked the mom any questions?
Do you want to take it one quick?
I mean, I'll come up there, but if I'm not, it depends on the question.
Would you be willing to share just some thoughts on your daughter? Tell people at home what a great little girl she is. What does she like to do?
My daughter is filled with life and love, and she loves to sing and dance. And I've never met another kid like her. She's just so filled with life. And seeing her not dancing around and running around and singing and being crazy and just, it's the hardest thing.
Thank you, everybody.